homes. And thousands in the Chicago area remain without power after severe storms slammed the region. Many gas stations are out of service, leading to long lines at the few that stayed open.
So I got a generator running at the house and ran out of gas in the middle of the night, and then it started raining this morning, so we're just trying to keep the power on, just to keep the refrigerator running.
It's rough, man. I've been out here over 30 years, and honestly, I never seen the tornadoes and all this stuff going on. This is almost worse than COVID to me. It's rough.
As the rush for gas continues, many are noticing gas prices spiking following the shortages caused by storms. Well, this morning, new details are surfacing on the elaborate operation to secretly get President Trump out of Turkey last month amid a potential Iranian threat. According to the Washington Post, Israel shared threat intelligence that triggered the covert operation, but the CIA was skeptical. Here's the Washington Post's Dan Lamoth, who is part of the team that broke the story.
The CIA had low confidence in that information, but given the threat, given the seriousness of the issue, given the long-running concerns about Iran's interest in going after the president, they put all of this in motion.
Some U.S. officials suggested the information was part of Israel's larger efforts to influence Trump's decision-making on Iran. We've also learned that Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth and Executive Assistant Natalie Harp were with Trump when he was secretly moved to the small military jet in that catering container. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, and Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller stayed on Air Force One along with the press. Developing this morning, a high school shooting in Georgia has left one student hurt and a 14-year-old suspect in custody. It happened in Warner Robins. This is about 100 miles south of Atlanta. According to our affiliate WGXA, the sheriff's office says two students got into an argument inside a school bathroom. Then one of the teens pulled out a gun and shot the other in the leg. The victim was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Investigators are trying to figure out what caused an Apache military chopper to crash in central Texas yesterday near Fort Hood. The two pilots on board were killed. The crash also sparked a large wildfire that prompted some evacuations. Those have since been lifted. The Bell County Sheriff's Office says the helicopter did not hit any structures or people, and it's unclear where the chopper was coming from or where it was headed. Lindsay Clancy's murder trial resumes this morning following an emotional day of testimony. The judge ordered a recess after Clancy appeared to break down in tears. She began sobbing when the doctor on the stand described her 5-year-old daughter's fatal injuries.
The external examination of Cora, I saw evidence of medical intervention. She was intubated, had various EKG pads and defibrillator pads on her body. She also had a catheter on her right hand and puncture sites on her left hand and her left groin. A ligature is when you have external compression by an object on the neck, and a furrow is simply a pattern of injury that occurs beneath it. It can be an imprint, it could be a pattern, or it could be more developed types of injuries such as bruising or abrasions.
And what about injuries?
All right, Counsel, we're going to take a break this time, all right?
All right. Sure, close your notebook. Place them on the chairs, please. Let's wait for you.
Recess for a few minutes, and I come back. We'll speak to counsel in regards to schedule.
The triple murder trial is set to resume this morning at 9 a.m. State prosecutors are opposing the defense's request to move the Alec Murdaugh murder trial and retrial to Charleston, South Carolina. They argued in part that the location would be expensive and crowded during a heavy tourist season. The judge could address this issue and others tomorrow in a status hearing for Murdaugh, the now disbarred attorney accused of killing his wife and one of his sons. All right, now to this big story this morning. There is just one winning ticket for that $1 billion Powerball jackpot. It was sold in Illinois, and the winner has not been identified yet. But if it is you, you have an important decision to make. Take the $1 billion in 30 payments over 29 years, or just take the lump sum of around $450 million. That is, of course, before taxes. Decisions. Lots more to come on CNN Headline Express. A daughter called police about her father and how that led to gunfire in a 6-hour standoff. And Ohio Congressman Max Miller, who's been accused of abuse, is now being sued by his ex-wife. The latest developments coming up. Plus, deputies busted in that window to save a dog in a hot van. What the owner had to say coming up on CNN Headline Express.
Decades in Sports, Sunday at 9 on CNN.
There is a job opening at the White House, but you'll have to get past the AI filter to get it and some other ones. President Trump announced that White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt is leaving her post at the end of this month. CNN White House correspondent Elena Treen has more.
President Trump now needs to find a new press secretary. Caroline Leavitt has announced that she is leaving the White House and her role at the end of this month. I think a key question is, why now, particularly just 3 months out from the midterm elections? Caroline and both the presidents say it's so that she can focus on her family. I'd remind you, Leavitt actually had a baby, a daughter, on May 1st and took only about a month of maternity leave before coming back to the White House. Throughout the course of my reporting, I've learned that President Trump had actually called her frequently and often asked when she was coming back to get back behind that podium. So this is a very demanding job. It's also a very important job, and one that the president has fixated on who should be the one to represent him as his chief messenger. So it's going to be a tough role for him to fill. I'd also note that Leavitt is part of a very small and loyal group of advisors, the type of people in the West Wing who are often part of the most sensitive conversations about the president and with the president, and also someone that he actually trusts and listens to. She both worked on his 2024 presidential campaign, but also worked for him back during his first term. Leavitt said the president has asked to continue serving as a top advisor to him, even though it'll be on the outside. I did catch up with some staffers on Wednesday afternoon, and they said it's unclear who's actually going to replace her, so a big question about who will get her choose.
Congressman Max Miller, the Ohio Republican who has been accused of abuse, is facing a huge federal lawsuit. He's being sued by his ex-wife, Minnie Moreno, over the release of a sensitive photo of their 2-year-old daughter. Miller and his attorney are accused of recklessly publishing the image in documents shared online. Miller's attorney insists it was an accident and says the photo was quickly taken down. Moreno is seeking $150,000 in damages for each time the photo was downloaded. She had previously accused the Ohio congressman of domestic abuse, which Miller denies. He has rejected demands that he drop out of his race for re-election. Still to come on CNN Headline Express, will Luigi Mangione avoid a federal trial in the shooting death of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson? There's a new twist in that case. We've got the details. Plus, did you miss the big total solar eclipse? Not to worry, we've got you covered. Stay with us on CNN Headline Express. We roll on.
Have I got news for you? New season premieres September 12th on CNN.
The lunar effect. One drop dramatically